So let's finish up that systems problem we were looking at. You can be guaranteed to have, at least one of these quizzes and tests. All you got to find is your first term and your difference. And we can create any general equation. First term's a 1, and they're going up by 6 every time. So you could put the 6 in front if you wanted. It's just kind of the way books write arithmetic formulas. This will give us anything we want. So if I plug in a 31 here, I better get, if I plug in a 6 there, I better get 31. So it's one way you can check if you did your system correctly. They want the 15th term, so a sub 15 is just 1 plus 14 times 6. So that should be 60, 24, should be 85. Again, that should make sense. 15 is less than the 19th term, and the 19th term was 109, so sounds about right. Last thing we're going to look at in this section is how you sum an arithmetic sequence. So I could give you, the last problem we did, and I could say sum the first 19 terms, and you could sit there and figure them all out, and you could punch them into your calculator, okay? There's a neat little proof in the book, maybe a good extra credit type thing, that takes you through how you actually sum up a sequence. So let's say here's the sequence, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus, 102. Okay, you don't want to sit there and sum everything up. Okay, we want to use a formula. There's two ways you can do it. So this first one is the n. So is it 20 terms? Is it 50 terms? Whatever. Going to be cut in half. 2 times a, that's our beginning term, plus the n minus 1 times d. So we've seen this piece before. Okay, the other way to do it is just number of terms, cut in half, first term plus last term. So if you want to think about a little sub 1 in there, you can. All you need is the first term, last term, total number of terms. So for this, I need the 2, I need the 102, and then I'd have to figure out, guessing this is going to be the 51st term, so that would be my n. Those are the only 3 things you need. Okay, so you can really use both formulas for it. Okay, so what if I give you this? Find the sum of the series. So we said difference between series and sequence is series is when you add all these together. 9, 16, 23 plus dot, dot, dot all the way out to 212. Okay, we got 2 formulas we're going to use. I'm going to go with the simple one here. Okay, so I'm going to look at this formula immediately and say sum of n is n divided by 2. I don't know what the n is, but I know my first term's a 9. I know my last term is 212. And then I know I need to cut all this in half. So the only thing I'm missing is an n, but there should be a way to find it. Our other formula we used down here has an n in it, and it lets us solve for it. So looking at this, clearly we're going up 7. There's our difference. We have an a is our first term, so we should be able to pick anything we want for a sub n here. Okay, well, I want to figure out what a sub n is when it's 212. So how many terms are there when 212 is my a sub n? So I'm going to say 212 equals first term of 9, n minus 1, that's what I'm going for, times my common difference of 7. Now all you have to do is solve this. So we just found 212 would be the 30th term if you extended this out. Once we have the n, that was the missing piece in our formula. And if you grab your calculator, $33.15. Okay, you could use the other formula as well, but the same you run into the same problems in that you need the n there. So that formula on the left there simplifies to this one right here, and it's just a matter of two formulas really, seeing what you have, plugging in things that can go in certain places and solving for your missing variables. Okay, so a lot of neat applications with those. You can see why it'd be a huge pain to add 30 different terms up, so we definitely want a shortcut. Okay, so think about whatever questions you guys have. Make sure your formulas are written down in your notes, and we'll start practicing this stuff tomorrow.